Hello, friends. It's Karen with Recovery at 6 o'clock for some yoga. Oh, and I'm messing around here, looking at my books. So how do I get on yoga? Oh, she found it. You found it. Yay. Smokey's ready. Serena and Smokey are ready. Although he's meditating, probably in the middle of your mat. That's okay. You can do it around him. So, let me just share and such. Recovery. Find myself here. All of a sudden it was 6 o'clock. All of a sudden. Okay. Share. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. What's happening? Hold on, guys. How do I... Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. Jeez. So I'm just trying to share. Hi, Joe. Are you making dinner again? I was wondering what you had for dinner on Tuesday. I was so hungry. But I ate first tonight. Okay, now I think I have it right. No, I don't. All right, I'll just share it after. So tonight, we're going to do a nice, gentle yoga. How to open or balance our root chakra. Oh, I found it. Okay. So, our chakras are 7 major energy centers in our body that can sometimes become unbalanced. Got it. Okay. Or blocked. And we've worked on, well, we've done yoga, opening our heart chakra, and we've done the throat chakra. So I thought we'd do the root chakra tonight. Muladhara. Mula means root, and adhara means support or base. So there are poses that can directly work on the root chakra to balance or unblock. So if you have a blocked or unbalanced root chakra, how would you know? Well, we could have an unbalanced or blocked root chakra would be maybe these behaviors. An addictive behavior, avoidance of intimacy, a lack of self-worth, or hostile relationship with the world. So a balanced chakra would be allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, asking what we can learn from adversity, very important right now, right? How to value ourselves and accept ourselves as whole. So with that in mind, we can use an affirmation tonight. I am grounded. Some to choose from. I am safe. I have the right to be here. I am exactly where I need to be. I have enough and I am enough. So I like that one. I have enough and I am enough. So we'll go into our yoga practice, and I'll just sprinkle in the specific poses for our root chakra, and ultimately we want to be balanced and feel grounded in our life. So let's get to it. I put the fence up, so no doggies. Homemade rice with black, red, and brown beans. Wow. Black, red, and brown. Drowned in peppers and onions. Sauce over the top. Consisting of taters, onions, tomato paste, garlic, chili powder. Wow. That sounds like it took all day. And it will be delicious. Unless that was Tuesday. I'm not sure. Either way, good for you, Joe. You must be really a chef or something. That's a lot of ingredients. All right, let's get started. So for the root chakra, black obsidian is the stone, to meditate on or with. And sandalwood is just one of the essential oils that you can diffuse. One of my favorites, that Serena knows. I need another diffuser, so I don't have that going. But, all right, let's get started. And we're going to come into our seated position. We're going to begin with finding our breath, feeling our back nice and tall, shoulders are back and down, and begin to breathe, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Is that too loud? Let's do 3 nice deep breaths here. Last one, inhale and exhale. Exhale, good. Then we'll do 3, sweeping our arms up. Exhaling to heart center. 2. And 3. Release. Bringing our arms up, parallel to the floor. We're going to do a gentle twist. Inhale deeply. Exhale, right hand to our left knee, left arm behind us, and gently looking to the left side of the room. Just a gentle twist tonight. In the beginning of our practice. Inhaling back, and the other side. Left hand to the right knee, right arm behind us. Couple breath here. Bringing it back, and then we're going to float a few times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice slow movements for our nervous system. Back up and release. Let's go ahead and release our left hand down to the floor. Bring our right arm up. Nice and slow. We're going to be pressing that right hip into the floor or onto your block and reaching with that right arm. So feeling that stretch all along the right side. Again, we can reach as far as is comfortable, but we want to press the right hip into the floor, making sure we're staying seated. Nice stretch. Let's go to the other side. Right arm down, left arm coming up. And gently over as we press our left side of our hip down, keeping it seated. So our bicep is right about at our ear as we're reaching up and over. And then we're going to do a nice gentle flow. Inhale, exhale. So you may be faster than me or slower than me, and either way is fine. Just following your own breath. Last one. And back. Finding our hands on our knees, we're going to gently roll our shoulders back. So maybe we find our shoulders, for a lot of anxiety and tension, tend to have our shoulders up to our ears. So a lot of times in the middle of the day, I might just bring them up to my ears dramatically and then really release them. And then do a few shoulder rolls. So let's go the opposite way. And release. Bringing the back of our hands together. And then keeping the wrists together, twirling. Nice soft twirls, releasing some tension in the wrists, just loosening up the wrists a little bit, and then the opposite way. That's harder for me, opposite way. And release. And then finding our way down to get into our cat-cow, so finding tabletop. So our hips lined up over our knees, our feet flat, shoulders, elbows, wrists are in alignment, stacked here. And we'll find ourselves in tabletop, pressing away from the floor, so a tendency to kind of release here, but we want to press away from the floor. And then inhale, bring the chin up, tilt the tailbone up. And then exhale, engaging the core as we bring the chin in, tilt the tailbone down. And then following that flow, keeping our shoulders open. Following your own breath here as you flow with your breath in cat-cow. And exhale as we press. I don't know if you guys hear all those dings. Sorry. I don't know how to turn it off. I'm afraid if I turn it down on the laptop, you won't hear me. And then let's press back into our child, hips over our legs, and reaching our arms forward, releasing our forehead to the floor. Just taking a couple nice deep breaths here. And inhaling, come back up for spinal balance. So we're going to find our way back to tabletop and then bring that left leg straight back, keeping the hips parallel to the floor, so nice even hips, and then reaching the right arm forward for spinal balance. Inhale as we open up, exhale as we come down, and then opposite side. So knowing here there's options, we can do just our arms or just our legs. And then work on bringing the arms in for balance. Following our breath. Moving with our breath will dictate how fast our movements are, right? So we're inhaling and opening up. Exhaling as we come down. If we become deeper in breath, then our movements will follow and become slower, and that's good. Nice slow movements. And then pressing back into your child's pose. And reaching with the arms, releasing the forehead down to the floor or on the double fists. Take a couple breaths here. Then we're going to come up and come into Sukhasana, easy pose. So it's a position we took in the beginning of our class. This is one of our grounding poses for opening our root chakra. So the root chakra is at the bottom of our spine. Did I not mention that? That is where our root chakra is. So taking a few minutes to center here, focusing on the sound of your breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Feel those sit bones grounding on the ground, on the floor, and focus on the earth beneath us, supporting us. So also, while we're here, let's do the Mudra, which is Garland Mudra, putting the tip of our index finger to the tip of the thumb, and then rest the hands on the knees, palms up. So taking a few breaths here, maybe using our affirmation, I have enough and I am enough, as we find ourselves getting grounded here. Feeling the sit bones on our bottom, feeling ourselves getting grounded, rooting to the earth. I have enough and I am enough with our Garland Mudra. Couple more breaths here. And then we'll go into, which we've also already done, Belasana, child's pose, Balasana. So coming back over to tabletop and releasing back and reaching the arms forward, releasing our forehead to the floor. Allow ourselves to relax and let go of the tension, any tension we feel that no longer serves us. And notice how you slowly sink into your child's pose. So taking several breaths here. Feel the muscles as they relax. And you sink a little bit deeper into your child's pose. Taking deep breath as we inhale. We think of that stretch in our legs. And as we exhale, we release any of that tension. So on every exhale, we sink a little bit deeper. Couple more breaths. And then slowly coming up. And we'll prepare for Garland Pose, Sukhasana. So I have a block because I need a modification for this. Sukhasana, squat with your feet as close together as you can, heels on the floor, which heels are hard for me to get on the floor. Separate the thighs wider than your torso. Press the elbows and the inner knees. Bring your palms together at your heart and keep resisting the knees and lengthen the torso. So this is Sukhasana. So my heels are way up. So I take a block. And it's a practice, right? We're not perfect. And then this is the practice. So this way, when I have this support under me, I can be in alignment properly. But it is a good practice. I also sometimes grab onto this here, and it supports me and keeps me up. So if you have something you can grab onto, with our hands to heart center, Sukhasana. So stay here as long as you can. It's a little uncomfortable and awkward, but just find your way in the most comfortable way. Maybe that's with something under your bottom. Couple more breath here. Release. Oh. Let's come into a seated position with our legs out. So finding those sit bones again, really finding them to be grounded. Nice straight back, shoulders back and down. Try to point your toes towards your body. Engaging the legs, bringing your hands on your legs and just gently folding forward, breathing into that stretch in the back of the legs, and going as far as is comfortable for you, making more movement with every exhale. So with every exhale you may find more movement. That's how we use our breath. Big inhale, exhale. And then energy follows thought. So I bring my attention and my energy to my hamstrings because they're just very, very, very tight. And I'm just focused there and I'm breathing into those hamstrings. That's what I mean when I say breathing into the hamstrings. Or breathing into a muscle or a part of your body. Focusing, bringing our attention there, and then breathing. Inhaling and then exhaling, release. And using your breath this way, you can make just tiny, tiny movements, maybe, or not at all, but typically you can find some movement as you use your breath and make it work for you. And then we're going to come back up. I like to release the hands behind me. Bringing our hands forward and just coming into a plank from our knees. Up. And then release. And then go ahead, crossing our legs, and then coming over onto our tabletop again. Preparing for our first down dog. So curl the toes under. So we're pressing our hands into the mat. Our knees are bent slightly here. If you have tight hamstrings like myself. We're going to rotate the biceps out and the shoulders out and down the back. Sit bones pointed up to the ceiling. And then walk it out. Feel that first down dog. Pressing away from the floor. Good. And then we're going to walk up and come into a forward fold. So we can grab our elbows here and come into ragdoll. In our forward fold ragdoll. And gently go from side to side. and release into our Uttanasana, our standing forward fold. Exhale, bend forward from the hips, not the waist. And we grabbed our opposite elbows and gently allow gravity to lengthen our back, pressing our heels into the mat and lift the sit bones up. Inhale, lift and lengthen the torso slightly. And then exhale, release further down into our forward fold. So we're looking like this. Inhale slightly. Exhale. And we can release our arms all the way down. And release. And then we're going to come up to a standing mountain. We're going to slowly come up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders back. We're going to reach both arms up, touching hands and a gentle back bend. And then forward and release the arms down and shake it out. Give ourselves a little rebounding, connecting, getting the nervous system going. And we are now at Tadasana, our mountain pose. So in our Tadasana, we know that this is a grounding pose. So our feet are hips width apart, and we're pressing our heels in. We're pressing the sides of our feet, the balls of our feet into the floor. Our shoulders are back and down. Our core is engaged. Nice tall back. And we're breathing as we're pressing our feet, rooting our feet as if we're rooting to the earth, finding groundedness here, and taking several deep breaths here. And just closing our eyes and imagining just grounding to the earth. 2 more breaths. Nice deep breath. Good. And release. So while we're here, before we go on to our next root chakra pose, let's do a balancing tree tonight. So we've already found our mountain pose, our Tadasana, and we are grounded. So let's take that right foot to kickstand, keeping that left leg grounded and rooted, feeling that leg rooted into the earth, bringing our hands to heart center. So finding your focal point or in front of you somewhere, or your drishti, and then finding your way up your leg if you choose to, the calf or the thigh, eliminating, avoiding the knee area, engaging our core. Are all things helpful in our balancing? Again, focusing on that drishti, that point in front of you, where you can just stare it down. And then, if you want to come all the way up into our tree, bringing the arms up. If we come out of tree, what do? We just come right back up. No big deal. That's the practice. Couple more breaths. And of course, you can always stay in kickstand, right? So if we're just beginning, or we're practicing, or we're just having a day, we can stay right into our kickstand. And let's go to the other side. So feeling that right leg grounded. Bring our hands to heart center. So I'm in a kickstand right here. We can stay right here, or you can come up to your calf, or you can come up to your thigh. Finding that focal point. focusing on our core engaged, our breath. And then full expression if you want to tonight. Staring that spot down. So if you want more challenge, on the other hand, close your eyes and then see how that is. Usually that's very challenging. And release. And go ahead, shake it out. Shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs. Finding, we're come into Warrior Two, so we're going to take that wide step. Our right leg, our right knee is bent. Our back leg, our left foot is kind of angled forward. Our hips are long to the mat. Bring our hands to heart center. Inhale. And exhale the arms out for Warrior Two arms. Looking down to see our big toe. If we don't, bring that right knee back. So a tendency for the right knee to kind of come inward. So that's the practice, keeping that left hip back and the right knee to the right. So we're breathing, tilting that tailbone down just slightly. While we're here, let's turn right palm up to the ceiling and inhale all the way up. Keeping that right knee bent. And let's go ahead and bring that right forearm to our right thigh, left hand on the hip. Keeping that chest open and then bringing the left arm straight up. Couple breath here. We can be leaning on our leg, or we can open this up for leverage to open up a little wider. I'm going to inhale back up to Warrior Two arms. Straighten the leg. We're going to bring our feet in. See my feet. And we're just going to come forward. So we're going to grab our hips before we go to the other side for Warrior Two. We're just going to fold forward, flat back. So we're hinging at the hip, and we're just coming forward, hands on our hips. I'm going to grab my block and put it in front of me. And then we're going to gently bring it down. Release the hands either to your block, to the floor, or some object. And begin to come all the way forward, fold, and breathe. Taking 3 nice breaths here. As you sink deeper on the exhales, and slowly bring our hands back on the legs, slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Let's go ahead and inhale all the way up and release. And we're going to go to the other side for Warrior Two. So bending that left knee and bringing the right foot up at an angle, keeping our hips open to the long part of our mat. Left knee over left ankle, hands to heart center. Inhale deeply, exhale, Warrior Two arms. Tilting that tailbone down. Let's go ahead and bring those shoulders up to our ears again and release them. Nice. Tilting that tailbone a little. So engaging our legs as if we could pull them together, right? Engage, engaged. Nice deep breath here in our warrior two. Looking over our left fingers for our drishti. Let's go ahead and turn left palm up to the ceiling and come all the way up. So here we can partial bind. Or we can just reach our hand down our right leg. And let's bring it around, left forearm, left thigh, right hand on our hip. We're going to open that right shoulder and bring that right arm straight up. Couple breath here. We can open our arm, or we can hang out right here. Let's engage. Coming all the way up. Straighten the left leg, and bring the feet forward, and then heel, toe, our way back to center. And then shake that out. Good job. So for our root chakra poses, we have one more, so we can get back down to the floor. I thought my music stopped. So we can get down to the floor with our hands behind our knees and slowly bring it all the way down. Bring the hips into the chest. Of course, we want to get a nice little hug out of while we're on the floor. A nice rock, a little massage on the lower back. And then release the legs, knees bent, feet flat, bringing the heels as close to our bottom as is comfortable. Arms along the side of our body. We're going to inhale deeply and exhale the hips up to the ceiling. Walk the shoulders together if you want to and stay here. You can clasp your hands if you want to. We're pressing our heels or our foot, both feet, into the floor and breathing. Take some nice deep breath here. One more, keeping those knees parallel in. And slowly release the hands and slowly coming down. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back into the chest again. Give yourself a little rock. Release feet flat, keeping our knees bent. We're going to bring our arms out to the sides, cross the knees, right leg over our left, and let those legs float to the left as we turn our head to the right. So let the legs just float over as long as our right shoulder stays on the floor as far as they want to go. As far as is comfortable for you tonight. And as we turn our head the opposite way, we really get a nice big twist going on here all along the right side. Taking advantage of our twists with some nice deep breath. Couple more deep breath here. And engaging the core to bring the legs back up. Back up. Unwind. Let's go to the opposite side. So left over the right, crossing at the knees. Release the legs to the right. Let them float to the right and turn our head to the left.
Maybe recognizing one side feels differently than the other. Maybe one side you don't turn your head as far, or your legs don't reach as close to the floor as the other side. And that's just fine. It is the way it is. We just go with the flow, accept where we're at with our body, honor our body. Have gratitude for our body and that we can actually, get on the floor and move like this, right? Because not everybody can. And engage the core as we bring it back up, all the way back up. Unwind the legs, and then coming all the way down for final relaxation, Savasana. So you guys come all the way down into final relaxation where you're comfortable. So you can have your butterfly legs in final relaxation, or your legs can be straight out. But this is a place where we're just going to take a few minutes and let our practice absorb into our body. We're going to relax the muscles in our face, closing our eyes gently, releasing our tongue from the roof of our mouth, relaxing that jaw, the muscles in our jaw. Feeling our shoulders relaxed back into the mat. Feeling the weight of our torso and feeling the support of the floor holding us, knowing we can just totally relax here in this few minutes after our practice, acknowledging, accepting, absorbing our practice, opening our root chakra, balancing that root chakra throughout our practice, and letting our legs just relax and fall open however is comfortable. And as we take a few breaths through the nose to ground ourselves and calm the mind, feeling those sit bones that we talked about and we worked with tonight, feeling those bones on the ground and the connection with it, knowing that you're supported. The ground is supporting you. Imagine now roots growing from your root chakra into the earth. Imagine the roots digging deep towards the center of the earth. Take your time and stay connected to your breath, keeping your spine lengthened. Continue breathing steadily and enjoying the feeling of groundedness as you visualize the roots of the tree below expanding into the earth. Take a few more breaths here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Wiggling your toes and fingers first. And then point your toes and bring your arms up over your head, feeling the length of the body from toes to fingertips. Stretch. Nice big long stretch. And then bring the knees up into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Wrap your arms around your knees. A little rock if you want to. And then turn to your side and press up into a seated position. Take your time. honoring your body, honoring the space. And we'll inhale one last time all the way up. And exhale to heart center. And closing with namaste. Thank you guys. So that was our root chakra class. So there's a, I forgot to read this. This is important. You know, we have everything we need inside of us to heal ourselves. And that's a big thing. It's the root chakra. So there's just so much information. So I hope you had a good night and enjoyed your practice. And I will see you next Tuesday. So everyone have a good night. Thank you. Bye.